I'm sorry, folks, that was confusing. There we go. We should be live now. Let me know where you are. Solve the problem. All right, we're back. Let me know where you are. I saw that we had Honolulu and Kansas City and Northern California and San Diego, and let me know where you are. Again, I apologize for the tech problem. I think we're back in the game. So we're glad you are here. All right. Thank you, Ann. Welcome back. And Pam, welcome back, you guys. Okay, here we go. Sorry, we're going to start at 8:35, so we'll call it 8:55. We're a little off schedule, but we'll make it through. All right, let's gong ourselves in. Never mind the tech stuff that happened. We're all back in the game. Here we go. Everybody take a big, deep breath in. We're going to let out the sound ah as we exhale. Ah. All right, one more time. Big, deep breath in. And letting out the sound ah. Bring the energy up into your heart center. And let's just be here for this next 20 minutes, 47:57. So we're running 7 minutes late, and we're up and running. Good morning from Albuquerque. So some of the others checked in on the broadcast that may or may not be up there. Check in with us live now. Good morning from North Hollywood. Nice to see you this morning. All right, so we know people are here. We're up and running. And all is well. Casper is right here. If you didn't say hi, Casper, you want to come up and say hi? Casper, come on. Come up, say hi, and we'll get good. Aloha from Honolulu. There we go. Oh, you just got your face all dirty. All right. Okay, here we go, guys. So last week we talked about good morning, Reverend Angelica Jane. Good morning from Boise. Good morning, Daz. Nice to see you all this morning. Good morning, Elizabeth. So nice to have everybody here. Again, I'm sorry for the tech slow start, but we got it back together. Better that than having to go see tech people and all of that. As you recall, last week we talked about how important it is to make a stand for truth right now. This is the good time to be making a stand for truth. And that stand should be a stand for peace, yeah? Because there's so much chaos going on in the world. What we want to do is support jumping in from North Carolina. Good to see you, Missy Grant. Good morning. Both the Knowles are here from Boise. So nice to have everybody here. So if you saw the poster, thank you, Candace, for helping with that poster. The poster says sometimes, it's just a picture of a bench, a beautiful bench, and it says sometimes we need to sit and relax and refresh our soul. I got an email from Neil Donald Walsh, his people this week, and Neil Donald Walsh is the author of the Conversations with God series, and he said the biggest problem that people have is their belief that they're alone, that they're separate. And I've had this particular framed poem, somebody made that for me some 45 years ago. It's a poem by Ernest Holmes. Some of you who know my work hi, Abbas, welcome. Some of you know my work over the years and know that we have, in my pulpit work, in my Sunday work, we often, during the season for nonviolence, would have different people read this poem. The poem is from Ernest Holmes, and it's called Peace Be Unto Thee, Stranger. So I'd like to read the poem to you, and then we'll talk about how we could sit and refresh our soul when we begin to move into communion with the I Am presence. We talk about that I Am presence as the I Am that came from the light, that put on a coat of skins and returns to the light. Yeah. So this is the I am that I am. This is our soul nature. This is the word that's been used in time, our soul, that which is the birthless, deathless part of us, and that the reality is we are waking up to our true nature and tuning into it. As Meister Eckhart has said, one part of the soul is gazing at the glory of God, and the other part is directing the senses. So imagine if we were the ones actually gazing at the glory of God, at the infinite goodness of eternality itself, right? So here's what how the poem reads. Peace be unto thee, stranger. Enter and be not afraid. I have left the gate open, and thou art welcome to my home. There is room in my house for all. I have swept the hearth and lighted the fire. The room is warm and cheerful, and you will find comfort and rest within. The table is laid, and the fruits of life are spread before thee. The wine is here also. It sparkles in the light. I have set a chair for you, where the sunbeams dance through the shade. Sit and rest and refresh your soul. Eat of the food, drink the wine. All is yours, and you are welcome. All is yours, and you are welcome. That's kind of like good and more good is mine, right? And I'm able to receive that good, to allow that good, to be an instrument of that good. But now what we see in our changing world as the world is waking up, we need to be the avenue through which the presence of the Most High is coming. Good morning from Placerville, Paul. All right. Good morning, Angelica Jane. Good morning, Missy Grant. Okay, so we got all kinds of people here. Some of you checked in the first round and we had tech problems, but we're back in the game, streaming just fine, and all is well. So if we talk about, remember the Course in Miracles says miracles are seen in the light, and light and strength are one. Here on Coffee with Casper, we are dealing with people who have come to what Ernest Holmes called the first two steps in affirmative prayer. The first step is to recognize that God or Source or energy or the One is all there is. There is one life. That life is the life of the One. That life is the one of energy, which is all energy and matter are equal and interchangeable. That energy is life itself, and I am that life. So step two is identifying yourself with that One. There is one power. That power is the life of the One. That power is the life of God. That power is the life of Spirit. That power is the life of Source. That power is the life of the I am that I am. And that power is my life right here and right now. Now, so this poem says, peace be unto thee, stranger. So it's really talking about the idea of what happens when you're no longer in this body, when you leave this body, and you all of a sudden return home to what Jesus called the Father's house. We know it's the Father, Mother, the masculine, feminine, giver of all life, right? That we return home and go, oh, peace be unto thee, stranger. The good news for you and me is we are not strangers. We know we are one with the One. We've been living our lives, affirming and calling it into our lives, being an instrument, an avenue through which that unity of all life is expressing in us and through us. But we realize that the gate of this goodness is open. I have left the gate open, and thou art welcome in this home of the living Spirit itself. And all are welcome. And there's room in this house for all. And they have set a place. The Source, the One, the Beloved, has set a place for me where the sunbeams dance through the shade. The room is cheerful, and you will find comfort and rest within. The table is laid, everything you want is there before you. And I have set a chair for you where the sunbeams dance through the shade. Sit and rest and refresh your soul. So here in this country, good morning from Sri Lanka, Dilip. Nice to see you this morning. Oh, we're just in from all over the world today. That's so glad that you're here. See, light workers are everywhere, and this is our reminder today that we have a right to stand in the light of that truth, to be an instrument, an avenue through which that light is moving through us into expression. Yes? The light of the One is moving through us into expression out into the world, so that what we know is that light shines. That when we tune into that light, when we recognize I am that light worker in the world, I am the place where I am making a stand for peace. Peace be unto thee, stranger. And when we look at all the headlines in the world and all of the chaos and commotion in the world, what we see is the call upon light workers now is to know that we are empowered to stand in the light of peace and to bring that peace forward into our lives. I was shopping the other day, and a product I didn't recognize was on my receipt, and I went back to the cashier and I said, I don't think I bought this product. And she was very patient, and we worked through all the things that were in the grocery bag, and we figured out what the mistake was. And I tried to be very kind, even though I knew I was correcting something. I tried to be very kind and very considerate as we together worked to find the solution. Do you see, as you carry that light in terms of compassion and consideration and kindness into your life in the very simple ways every day, in that way you're bringing in the light. In that way you're standing for truth. Remember, in the New Testament, it said, the master teacher Jesus says, "Behold, the kingdom of heaven is at hand." Aha! It actually says, "Repent, behold, the kingdom of heaven is at hand." Now, repent means think again. Now, you right, remember I was telling you about this Van Venice that we've been following for years and years, and there's a song that they wrote called "Think Again." And the lyric goes, "Please don't talk about love to me. I've seen more than people my age have seen. There ain't no rules about how it's got to be. Think again." So when we look out into the world and we see this chaos and we see this upset and we see the tumult happening as change is emerging because we're releasing that which no longer serves humanity, these eons of misbehaviors, humanity's inhumanity to itself, right? It is time that we release those behaviors, and then you and I become the place in the world where we're demonstrating new behaviors. I made a stand some 25 or 30 years ago, along with Arun Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi's grandson, and a bunch of New Thought peace workers in the world, to be nonviolent. And every time I allow myself to participate with the energies of upsetness that I somehow think anger or rage is going to make things better, I always pay the price for it because it doesn't match my pyramid of possibilities. I've made a decision to be nonviolent. That means you have to be nonviolent at every level of your being. Peace in your mind, peace in your body, peace in your experience, and peace in your expression. Yeah? To be nonviolent is a whole new way to live as a light worker in the world. To let go of humanity's anger, to transcend it, to step past it, and be a place where kindness and love is happening. So as I started to say, in this country we're celebrating a weekend called Labor Day. When I was growing up, that was really the end of summer for kids for young people in school. Nowadays they've moved those start dates to mid-August for most school systems and university systems, not all. And Labor Day still, because there's a lot of boomers still on the planet, Labor Day still sort of is the non-official end of summer. And so this is the weekend where we celebrate all the hard work that we've put into life this year, and we sit and relax and refresh our soul. So I hope this weekend, no matter what country you are, no matter what your history is, that this is the time where you tune in to your capacity to be a stand for peace in the world, to be a stand for caring in the world, to be a stand for kindness in the world. As we let go and realize, peace be unto thee, stranger. I am not a stranger to the presence of the living Spirit. You are not a stranger to the presence of the living Spirit. Ernest Holmes says, we practice this two ways. Daily we meditate, which is to calm the mind. And daily we put forth affirmative prayer, or what Ernest Holmes called spiritual mind treatment. We put forth affirmative prayers in all the areas of our life: health, wealth, love, and purpose. We tune in that we are not strangers, that we are guided, guarded, protected, directed, and led into the paths of perfect right action. We become a place of peace and poise and balance in the world. Repent means think again. Think again. There ain't no rules about how it's got to be. Just because we've been at war, just because we've been filled with, I mean the race, not you and me, just because we've been filled with rage, because we've been filled with violence, because we've been filled with prejudice and fears and doubts and separations, there ain't no rules that it has to keep going that way. And that's why you came into the awareness wherever you did in your life. At whatever point you came into the awareness that you are one with the one. That the energy of the cosmos, the life force of the cosmos itself, the energy of eternality yourself, is the energy that beats in you. And you didn't do anything to get it, you got it. Right? You didn't do anything bad enough to get it or good enough to receive it, you have it. Now that it's yours, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with this life force that's in you? As this life force that beats your heart, causes your liver to live and your kidney to kid. And none of us know how to make any of that happen. We participate with it. We align with those patterns of perfection. We identify with the wholeness of the living spirit born in me and as me, through me, known as the I am present, the Atman, the Buddha, the high self, the living Christ as me. Right? Behold, as Meister Eckhart said, the only begotten is begetting itself in me now. And that's all about that perfect assimilation and perfect circulation and perfect elimination. And those patterns of assimilation, circulation, and elimination happen everywhere in our body. Everywhere in our body. Right? Every organ, every system, every muscle, every joint, every sinew, every part of our physical body is functioning, every cell is functioning in assimilation, circulation, and elimination. Now, if we recognize that we are multidimensional beings, I am spirit, I am soul, I am body, I have a mental body, I have a physical body, I have an etheric body, I have a spiritual body, I have the Christ pattern, the Atman pattern, the Buddha pattern as my divine inheritance, and we begin to align with that. We begin to, good morning from Canada, nice to see you. We got Sri Lanka, all right, first class honors, Deepak, congratulations, so exciting about your being a host in your country, a hospitality host, that's so great. So this is ours to do today, to recognize that a place in the universe has been set for each of us, a beautiful, wonderful place where the sunbeams dance through the shade, where the table of life is spread before us, where the fruits of life are there, where the wine sparkles in the light, meaning it's good to celebrate life, to enjoy life, to imbibe life at the deepest level, to move through our consciousness in love and joy and gratitude, appreciation, and to daily be aware that it's happening to us right here and right now. This is the time for us to be the place where peace happens in the world. Peace happens in the world because you're kind to the cashier. Peace happens in the world because when you're confused or in misunderstanding, you don't move into reaction, you move into solution. We find ourselves being kind in the world when we see someone needs an uplifting hand. Yesterday, again, in the market, a young lady was trying to grab, she saw some carrots on the top shelf that she really wanted, and she couldn't reach them. She asked me if I could help her reach them. Well, you see how easy it is to extend yourself in kindness? And she was so grateful, said, oh, thank you so much, thank you so much. No, I could see you couldn't reach it. It's my pleasure to help you. It's my pleasure to honor the I am presence in you. It's my pleasure to be a place where joy comes into my life through kindness with you and interacting with you. It's my pleasure to be a place where I am a stand in peace in the world. Yes, it means we have to move deeper. You are not, peace be unto thee, stranger, enter and be not afraid. You have entered into the kingdom a long time ago. Repent, rethink, think again. All the stresses and all the fears and all the doubts. How much of it is your monkey mind spinning? And how much is really in this moment is okay? And can you take a moment to pause and let go of your stresses and your fears and doubts and attune yourself to that I am presence and allow it to move in you and as you and through you. Good morning, good morning. Checking in from wherever you are. We're so glad you're here and glad that you are participating with Coffee with Casper. So glad that you are a light worker in the world and bringing your light forward into expression. Please don't talk about love to me. I've seen more than most people my age have seen. There ain't no rules about how it's got to be. Think again. Just because humanity has dwelled in fear and doubt and selfishness and separation, we can think again. Behold, repent. Behold, think again. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. And in what ways can you find the kingdom of heaven in your life today? Is it in the breath that you're breathing? Is it in the breeze that's touching you? Is it in the warm air or the cool air that surrounds you? Is it in the love of your family and friends that are interacting with you? Is it in the joy of the successes that those in your life are achieving? Congratulations to Dilip and congratulations to everyone who's changing their mind. Think again. Changing their mind about what life is and about how I am in relationship to life. Every day, every day, every day. And what if humanity's awakening, and what if the legions of light workers from all dimensions in the planet, in the cosmos, in the interdimensions in the cosmos, what if there's new awareness coming into your I am presence? What if it's talking to you in a new way? What if you could listen with new ears and sit and rest and relax and refresh your soul in the awareness that the living Spirit is wanting to give you your good today? That there's no limit to that good. That everywhere I look, I see that good. I feel it. It crowds itself against me, moves through me, and multiplies itself around me. It only crowds itself because I need to make more room for that good. I need to make more room for how I can bring light into the world. I need to recognize the more that I bring light into the world, the more my good comes to me through sources known and unknown, through sources you've experienced before and sources in ways you've never experienced before. That's who we are, and that's what we're doing. Behold, I have set a place for you. Enter and be not afraid. You've already entered. Now let's embody. Let's be the place where we're standing for peace in the midst of this chaotic world, where we're standing for joy, we're standing for love, we're standing for connection, we're standing for kindness, we're standing for the light. Who you are is something wonderful. You're watching Coffee with Casper. We'll be back here next week, hopefully without any hesitation in our technical stuff, and everything will be restored. We hope you've enjoyed your time with us today. If you find anything valuable, I'm Harry Morgan Moses. Google Harry Morgan Moses, Google Coffee with Casper. Find it, share it on LinkedIn, share it on Facebook, share it wherever you can in your groups, and let's bring more light into the world. Until we meet again, I invite you to go in the light, as the light, and with the light. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide you on your way. We'll see you next week on Coffee with Casper. Bye for now. Hey, Casper, you going to say goodbye? Casper! Oh, he's such a busy boy today. He'll see you next week. We'll be back then. Bye.